that it? Yeah, there we go. All right, you guys.
Take three. Take two.
Two and a half, three.
Yeah,
all
some shit.
right, we getting it fixed. Hey, y'all, like, if it's something wrong with the audio, just let me know. Shout out to the homie Jake. He hit me up and let me know the audio sounded funny. We sound like we was
Mr. Roboto.
nigga, I was gonna say Kanye West, 808 and Heartbreaks. Nigga, that whole album was auto-tune. Sound like we was auto-tune. Alright, anyway, fuck it. We just go jump back into the conversation at hand. We was talking about should student athletes
be paid.
get paid. And Kurt, you wanna go back over your your stance?
So basically my stance was,
hold on.
it's
And
complicated.
anybody who see me ashy and then nobody say nothing about me being ashy, fuck you. Just I look back at the video and see how ashy I was. It ain't none of y'all say nothing. Big middle fingers to y'all.
Hey,
Fuck the lotion, though. Shit. Ashy ain't nobody saying
I mean,
nothing.
all two of the followers didn't say nothing.
It was 7 views on
It
that
was
thing.
7?
Yeah.
Y'all niggas better say something.
Right, y'all niggas better say it. Let me see here. Ashy, man. Y'all bogus. Y'all mama. All y'all mama.
Hey, let me get some of that drink though.
I got you. I need tape. I ain't no sponsors.
Ain't no sponsors.
Ain't no sponsors.
No sponsors.
Oh,
They
shit.
ain't
my mic.
paying.
Not yet.
I mean,
we'll get 'em.
by the top you can tell what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
It is.
if you looking that hard, that's for you.
Right.
It's good. Bird dog is better, but
hey, I plan on getting me. How much that should be costing?
that big ass bottle like $30.
I'll give me 2 of them bitches. Give me 2 of them bitches. Watch. Bring them to the crib, man. Hey, that's who we want a sponsorship from.
Yeah.
Bird Dog. A Bird Dog, if they ever watch our shit, go watch my old video where I'm doing like 5 shots of different peach drinks.
Hey, you picked y'all.
And hey man, I gotta go with the Bird Dog. It sound crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, I mean, okay, that was me though. Like, I'm not afraid to try new things.
Right, and we had this discussion before.
We did.
Like we down to try new drinks. Why is why should we?
It's
be
so
afraid?
much. It's so much out there, and
Yeah.
to get stuck in this perpetual thing, of only drinking 1 or 2 things,
Right.
is crazy to me.
Yes. Why should we be afraid to try new drinks? It's just as simple as that. Because me personally, I think that if all you drink is the same 2 drinks, Hennessy, Douce, or you know what? Remember that time I was trying to figure out what the fuck the name of that black bottle shit was?
Nah.
Remember bro, I sat there for a second and I tried to figure out what that black bottle shit was, and I finally remember what it is.
What was
It is fucking Belvedere.
Belvedere?
Yeah, it's in a black bottle.
That's vodka.
Whatever it is. People love that
I
shit.
think that was like a special edition one because it don't come in a regular black bottle.
Well, I used to see it a
Like
lot.
black
of
and pink?
Like when you see people in the club and shit, they got that. They got that
Yeah.
shit. So that's mainly the reason why that's why I thought a lot of people drink that shit. That Ciroc, that Capriccio bullshit.
This is sangria mix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
All right, fuck it. Hey, that's not what the fuck.
yeah, we jump right back into part 2. But y'all see Will Hill Show.
We live, baby.
We live. I remember during the pandemic we went live, and that shit was. I think we had quite a few people. It was a weird motherfucker we had when we went live. I remember it was some weird motherfucker that kept asking dumbass questions. And I was like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Just student athletes get paid.
Right. Hold on, let me take this shot.
Go ahead.
I did just spit it on.
He did.
Hold on.
Looking like a real amateurish over there, son.
I am. I am. Cause you know why?
Why?
Listen. As soon as the edibles started, as soon as I discovered edibles.
Hold on, man. One thing at a goddamn time.
But I'm just saying. I'm explaining to you why I'm an amateur. I'm explaining to you why I'm an amateur. You hear my shoulders go up. I'm explaining to you.
Look, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. This is I'm an amateur shit. All right, so student athletes
Should
should
they
they
get
get paid? Yes and no. That's the simple answer. But you know, I guess it. So like we were saying earlier, D2, D1, D2, is just gonna be a difference in revenue between those type of schools.
I think it's like a big difference though.
Right. So I think it all depended on. I think it, like so, like you can play on PlayStation. What was it? The last college game
Championship?
the one that you could play on PlayStation.
Oh, like
or Xbox.
NCAA.
Yeah. So those guys, I feel like definitely should be paid because again, it's all come down to if you're using me on the front cover, my likeness, and like the one guy that, like I was saying, the one dude that got hurt, but he was on the front cover of the NCAA.
But why is it limited just to the mass media though?
Right,
Because when
so-
you go to these schools, they got
I'm
these
not- I'm
kids,
not limiting it.
banners hanging up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not limiting it. I'm saying, I don't know. While I'm, it's not definitive on the rest for those guys for sure because they
Right.
are in a game.
I'm saying 'cause they use them as reasons to recruit, academics, scholars and
Right.
stuff like that. Like, oh look, our football team is this good, our sports team is this good. We do well in basketball, we do well in baseball. Like that's why you should come here so you can witness the next emerging athletes come up. Like I said, you
Right.
go there, they got their banners there. When you look at the like the brochures for the school, one of the first things you see is one, diversity, because they always got to put black, white, white and a minority, on the front of the brochure. But then like the next thing they got is the athletes. You know what I'm saying? If they're athletic school, not every school have athletics and boast that stuff. But if they're athletic school,
I
They
figure
do.
I figure if they paying the coaches, because I just thought about this. If they paying the coaches $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, then the rest of I figure as long as the rest of the school ain't hurting for any type of funds for different programs,
right.
they have an excuse to pay a coach that much, I guess.
See, because it's okay. So I think any major school does, mainly because when you look at the rate of which tuition has shot up, right? Tuition is over fucking price, point blank, period, right? And so with that being said, the school is taking on so much revenue, not only from these students and their financial aid, but like I said, they get the millions back from the athletes, right? And I just thought about something though, to quickly play devil's advocate. Like you pay the teachers, but you don't pay the students. So like is that the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like you pay the professors, but the kid who graduates valedictorian is not getting paid to do what he do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's boosting that school's whole academic up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he graduates and becomes Nobel Prize winner. Oh, because he's an alumni of this school. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a backer. He's going to put money back into the school, which in turn they use that money to recruit athletes. So it's and other academic scholars. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get a scholarship for your academics too. You just it ain't all athletic.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of times on the people. Like, there's a reason why sports get so much attention and not the greatest mathematician in the school. You know,
you want math, bro?
it's
4 years in a
entertainment.
row in high
Listen,
school?
you know what they need to do? They need to find a way to make math and science as entertaining as shooting a basketball or tackling a nigga.
It's impossible.
No,
It's
I'm
impossible.
saying so.
They having a hard time making women's sports entertaining.
I think that's so okay. I think the fact that the WNBA ain't where it should be is two parts.
Oh man.
Yes, I think it is on the part of the play, the performance of the athletes.
Right.
But then are they investing the same amount of money as they do in the NBA?
Right, but
Or is they investing the money into marketing at the same rate as they do the NBA?
Yeah, but you can't equate that because they just not bringing in the same amount of fans. Point blank. Period.
No,
So the NBA had to start somewhere,
right?
with their marketing.
So
So they was already selling out stadiums before they was buying commercial spots. You know what I'm saying? So the revenue was already there. They had the money up front to then pay for better advertisement. So you telling me these owners of these
no, they didn't
teams,
always have. So if we look at the history of the NBA, of them from when they started and where they at now, I guarantee you they put the marketing dollars before they started making a profit. They put the marketing dollars in to build what it is, to build it to what it is now.
and hopes, right?
So my thing is, if you can get a spot for NBA teams on TNT or regular television, I'm not saying that they gonna get prime. The WNBA gonna get prime spots, but you can get them a spot on television so people can watch.
I just don't.
It's a continuing investment. They already they already invested quite a few dollars that they're into the WNBA. I feel like if they put I don't know. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I know more than the people that's part of the business.
Right.
But I will say, are they marketing it to its prime? Are they marketing it the best they can? I don't think so.
But is the product there? You know what I'm saying? Like you can have unlimited funds for advertising, but if your product is ass, it don't matter. Not to say WNBA is ass.
Right. So I'll say then, have they even tried? I don't know.
Right.
I would have to look up. Have they tried?
Right, because I ain't
never
never.
sound like robots a little bit too.
Somebody said that.
No, I'm just listening to it.
Is it when we get loud? Like,
it's possible.
Like, hey, we're learning.
Yeah. Well, we just deal with shit. But yeah, yeah. So I feel like if the WNBA, if they put forth figuring out ways to making it to more exciting, as far as like I said, you can find hella clips, you can find hella different promotional tools that they have used to put forth the NBA.
Right.
And I'm not saying they should do it on the same level as the NBA because you don't want to just throw away money, but you can do it at the same rate. But how should I put it? They can push it at I'm trying to think how to word this shit, cause
be careful.
I ain't gotta be careful for shit. Hey, listen, motherfuckers gonna see what I got to say. Listen, I've watched WNBA. I've seen them miss open fucking layups. They are not that exciting to watch.
What you mean?
No, that shit
not at the rate. Yeah.
Listen. And then I feel like WNBA, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot. The players shoot themselves in the foot sometimes. Because you've seen NBA players support WNBA players, but when that support ain't how they want it, then they turn around and attack the NBA players. Like we seen it with at least two. It's probably, I don't know how many, but I've seen at least two.
Yeah.
Iguodala and that white boy who funny as shit. L something. I know his name is either his last name or first name started with L or some shit. But bro, listen. The Iguodala thing was funny because in sports you name a player by a number sometime, right?
Right.
She took offense. One of the players took offense. The player he was naming took offense to that.
Called about a number, not a name.
Right, and she basically went on this. Put some respect on my name. My name is this. You say my name and all that shit. So, and it was on Twitter. It was like one of them Twitter. It was. I think it was 2019 that happened. I'm like,
nigga, that's a long time ago.
But that's what I'm saying. But who would have? I mean, he reached out to try to
show them some love.
Right,
and it wasn't the way she wanted.
Right, and I
feel like she could have just took it and be like, oh, number such and such is me. You know what I'm saying?
And then you had all these people who have either never played a sport or don't watch the sport siding with her, not realizing that here's 100 examples of people doing exactly what Iguodala did,
in regular
nobody
life.
and nobody took offense to it until her.
Right.
So I mean,
I just think the actual wage gap is like baffling to me, right? Like these people, women in the WNBA are making salaries that I'm making, like, and with what I'm saying, with quadruple the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
I guess we would have to see how much. So how much we have to look up how much the WNBA brings in versus how much the WNBA pays out to the players. So if they getting
what's okay, I'm gonna look up the highest WNBA.
no look at the
no,
rate.
I just want to see
because if the NBA is bringing in billions of dollars, right? How the hell do they like? It's some NBA players that are arguably underpaid, and they've done a lot for their franchise.
Nigga, the highest WNBA salary,
right?
$215,000.
But how much does the WNBA as a whole bring in?
Okay, hold on.
So, because that matters, you can't say pay me as much as them, but then
how would I look at that WNBA?
How much the
net worth?
WNBA network? Because how much? And remember, if y'all want to chime in, drop a comment. You know,
right? We live for a reason, so y'all can go ahead and tell us what y'all think.
But yeah, so
say something.
So my thing is, if one brings in only 100 million, and the WNBA I think brings in what 100 million or 60 million, something like that, and then the NBA itself is $1 billion organization. You can make the case that they should get paid as the same rate, but you can't say. But I've seen people make the case that they should be paid the same amount.
So let's say currently it's estimated that the WNBA generates approximately $60 million in revenue.
And how many teams is in the WNBA?
While 12.3 million of that revenue is distributed to its players.
12. So they make 60. And 12 million of that goes to the players.
The NBA is 30 teams has generated 7.4 billion in revenue.
That's why I don't understand the.
No, so to me, it sounds like the math is somewhat on par from what they bring in and what they getting paid. Is on par to, I guess, the NBA players. No, like percentage wise.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, they have an argument to say we should get paid at a higher rate, right?
Do they? Fuck, I hate saying that because like I don't want to come across like a woman hater. I think they should get paid more.
Man,
being a professional athlete is
listen. Some people are gonna agree, some people not.
It's if it. I didn't again. I just did the research right now. Y'all seen me do that shit. So, if it's at the same percentage. If it's at the same percentage as what NBA players are being compensated, is their argument. If it is, no. If it's roughly around the same percent, you know what I'm saying? If players are making 4 to 5% of the revenue or 10% of the actual revenue that they are bringing in per team per league, then how are you crying foul here?
And then you got to consider the fact that
whose job is it to make it more entertaining?
All that money not coming from just playing ball, so they get sponsorship, endorsement, this and all that bullshit.
Right? No, that was just the NBA. What the league brought in.
No, I'm just saying like.
Their salaries is different.
No, but I've seen people say, "Oh, such and such got this much money," but all that money wasn't just what the league.
Right? Yeah, no, that's like what they do with Forbes.
So you can't. But I've seen people try to make the case that
LeBron James made $100 million in 1 year.
All of it from specifically the organization.
Right. It's not his profession. He has
business,
business endeavors and endorsements. You have to equate all that.
Right. But, no, I mean,
bro,
you don't got to equate it.
Let's just be honest. I think the WNBA is a lot more skilled. The NBA is a lot more athletic, and so that is entertaining.
Right.
I'm sorry. I feel bad saying it. I really do, because I do think they have a skill that most people do not. You know what I'm saying? The same amount of people, the same.
Listen.
Hold on, the same amount of people that go through high school who don't make it to college. Same thing. Same people who play college but never make it pro. It's all the same. So they go through the same trials and tribulations, but the finances just isn't there. You know what I'm saying? That's like when you pick a terrible major in college. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might want to do that, but you want to make six figures.
Right.
But you took a botany class, you majored in botany. You know what I'm saying? You're a botanist. I'm sorry, it's just not. I mean, maybe right now with the weed market, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just not something you expect to graduate college and walk into six figures. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you have to weigh your options there. Don't get me wrong. I think it's an amazing feat to be such an athlete because I can't hoop.
Yeah, 'cause I wouldn't go up against an NBA.
Hell no.
I wouldn't go up against a WNBA player.
I wouldn't go against a high school basketball
Right,
player.
they're busting my ass. First of all, I'm out of fucking shape, shit. Yeah, but I'm just not gonna sit here and say,
Hey, put me against the 8th grader though. I'm blocking all that shit.
Right. Or just put me against somebody shorter than me.
No, hell no. I'm fat, G. They fast. They cross me over, G. I have to like literally stand underneath the rim and just pray to God they miss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got all boards at that point. You know what I'm saying? But if they I'm loose. Like straight up like that. Like, you don't catch me lacking like that. You're not finna put me on no poster. You're not finna have me out here in these streets. Hard foul. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely elbowing county ball your ass. Fuck you talking about? Motherfucker catch an elbow quick as hell, fucking around with me. Hey, especially if a motherfucker try to dunk on me, I'm gonna hit you in the nuts.
Oh yeah, come on, man. You
gonna go up, bro? I never want to end up as a.
How do you get fucking me?
Right?
Fuck yeah, no. Tee me up. He tried to put the balls on my face.
Look how many. If you look at old Jordan posters.
See, but they're professional athletes.
No, but I'm just saying, I never want to end up. Even if he was a professional athlete, he's still making millions of dollars, living better than me to this day. He still got somebody nuts put on his fucking face. I don't want to be that guy.
for the most part, that shit's short lived. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck it.
For the most part, that shit is short lived. You know what I'm saying? It happened. You got
Listen, I get it, but still, you're not finna fucking put your nuts on my head.
Hey,
we gotta fight afterwards.
You got a point.
I'm just saying, you gotta fight afterwards, bro. Like, you gotta catch these hands.
For real. Like,
put your nuts on my head.
I can't.
You don't do that shit to me. We gotta fight, nigga.
I cannot. You want to talk about Kevin Samuels? Do you think
people? It was more so the Derrick Jackson mob, because I don't. And really I want to say
we'll get to.
I don't really know too much about it.
I feel like we talked about Kevin Samuels before on the podcast, but it's like maybe. I think with somebody they didn't really know as much. I'll be forgetting.
Oh yeah, I know about Kevin Samuels though.
But I think people are slowly turning it towards his favor. I didn't realize he started off his social media career strictly only doing men.
Right.
He was not giving any type of advice to women at all.
So because people think he a woman
hater. That's insane to me. That is insane.
But my thing is, how can you label somebody like a hater of anything when people are
seeking them out?
Yeah, they come looking for him. So my thing is,
he didn't reach out to not a soul.
Right, they come looking for his advice, and cause he was talking to one dude, and I was like, shit, I ain't in the best shape neither. but the thing about the difference between me and Buddy is, I'm not going to him saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. I don't have
so when he was talking to one of the dude, short, fat, or whatever, he told the man he had no confidence. That was low key to me, in my eyes.
It was helping his ass.
No. The moment he was saying he had no confidence, to me, was a masculine challenge. Right? At that point, he had two options. You shut the fuck up and continue to be the little boy and let this grown ass man talk to you like that, or you be like, I do got some confidence, right? But in the same breath, if you had enough confidence, you wouldn't be seeking out for somebody to tell you that shit, right? So again,
I feel like
I took it as a masculine challenge. I took it. To me, it was a masculine challenge, because everything else he was saying back to back. He said, oh, you short, you 5'5", you overweight, and you lack confidence, and then he paused, right? He gave him an opportunity to say some shit. At that point, he should have stood up for himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He
shit.
could have been like, I still get bitches. Fuck you. I still get bitches. Fuck you talking about?
Obviously, he don't. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, but at the same time, it's like I don't look at it as a challenge. I look at it as you going to this man, you seeking some type of advice on how to get to where you want to be, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you go to him looking for that advice and he tell you straight up what not what you want to hear, but what
You need to hear.
right, what he thinks you need to hear.
Right. Because this
And-
is his opinion.
You know, for me, I feel like because I've seen dudes who I know a nigga right now. He like a fucking midget, and he be pulling bitches. He be pulling them. So it's a matter of confidence. Like he told him you don't have it because the dude I know on the block or on Rockwell, or at least he ain't from our Rockwell. He from around the area. The dude I know, he for sure has no problem getting some ass.
It's
But-
equality though.
It don't matter. He still gets them.
Right.
This dude
right.
ain't
He
getting shit.
ain't seeking out Kevin Samuels because he ain't getting no
right.
cheeks.
This dude ain't getting shit. He's seeking out fucking Kevin Samuels. So
do you think these are just on the guys? These guys who did not have any masculine energy in their life.
I don't know, bro.
Because I grew up without a father, but I had masculine energy in my life. My mom did her damnedest to make sure I grew up to be a man, for lack of better words.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't treat like you see a lot of times where these single mothers treat their sons like little girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, now don't get me wrong, it's okay for men to show feelings and shit,
Right.
but maybe my vision is very tunnel vision based on how I grew up. It was certain instances where you couldn't just fucking cry. You had to man up a little. You can cry when you get home, but you can't cry and go hide. You know what I'm saying?
My mama probably dispute this, but I remember multiple times where you know how you get that, you do something, you get that smack upside the head or
Yeah,
smack in the
and you
back.
bet not cry.
No, not in the bed, not cry. You can cry, but you still gonna get the smack.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or shut the fuck up.
right. Before I give you something to cry for.
But and before y'all be talking about mama,
Talk to the camera.
and before y'all be talking about mama bills me anything, trust me,
Nigga,
I deserve half of that shit.
Hey, look,
I was a fuck up.
I hope my mama watching right now. Because the last time I talked to her about the podcast, she told me to quit telling people I got a whooping every day for 3 years. When in fact I did.
You did.
I did. Like, I got precautionary whoopings just in case.
I think
And it was fine because I wasn't bad like behavioral. I would
Right.
tear shit up and couldn't put it back together. I would hide it and she find it, and there was repercussions for it. It's fine. I grew up to be. I'm very handy now. I can fix a lot of things just by fucking looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And so, but that's how I grew up though. You had to have some type of grit, some type of toughness. You are a man. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't think I had that type of relationship with my mom. She made sure to teach us certain stuff, but it wasn't like give you a chest shot to toughen you up or
no,
something
that's
like
it.
that.
An actual man is different.
Right.
No,
I'm just saying, like, it's certain, like, I feel like, because she went out of her way to make sure that I had like, she would, even if my father didn't come and see us, she made sure to take us to him.
right.
So, I don't think she necessarily had to teach me how to be a man. I had a bunch of male figures in my life, so it wasn't like she had to do all the work, the groundwork for that.
I didn't. It was my mom and my grandma. That my auntie.
Okay, so
for the
because
most part.
it was my mother, my grandparents, my grandfather, my grandmother, my uncle and his wife. Who else?
Oh, we talking about just men.
Right? No, I'm just saying like.
Say his wife.
No, I'm saying, but they were there though. I can't
Yeah.
just name them, the men.
I mean, it was time out.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, so basically, my grandfather and uncle.
Right.
My other uncle, but he was my uncle, but I was kind of like the big nigga.
Yeah,
to that
you a big bro.
motherfucker. I'm big bro to that motherfucker. Shout out to that nigga though, but he might dispute it, but I was big bro. I kept you out of shit on the block. What you talking about? But yeah, so certain instances where my mother had to discipline me, I felt like that wasn't with the intent to make me a man. It was just an intent to keep me out of trouble.
Right.
So I don't think I ever had an instance where she said, "Oh well," because she to this day she'll tell you like she don't do that on Father's Day. She don't do that. Oh, I'm the mother. No, she keep
No.
she keep it up because some
Look.
but some people do that shit.
They
though.
do.
But
And
she
that-
keep it simple. Like I'm not your daddy.
That shit toxic though.
Yeah.
That shit toxic.
Yeah.
To your mama and your daddy, give me a Father's Day gift. What? What? Get out of here. Like I said, my mom. I feel like most single women, because I feel like the lack of fathers was systemic. That's just me. Um, so a lot of mothers had to raise their boys by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Without a man around in the house, no one to teach them how to be a man. But for the most part, a lot of these mothers did their damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You had to show them what you knew about masculinity, right? But then there's a threshold. You only can go so far, right? And then that person have to, I guess, seek out other examples. You know what I'm saying? And it should have been in the community. It really wasn't. You know, we had the older dudes on the block, but if you think about those all were failures. You know what I'm saying? And so, but they knew what they did to get there, and some of them would, try to steer you in the right direction.
So I did have some other male role models outside of family, more so when I was trying to sell my little weed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I ain't gonna name those guys because I don't know what they doing right now. But
So y'all know who y'all are,
right? But them dudes always, I feel like even though I was getting my weed from them, they always encouraged me because they always seen that I wanted to do. Every time I would talk about the Sears building, I used to be on Western.
Right.
Oh, and they encouraged me to do it, even though I ain't got a fucking $10 million. I feel like they encouraged me to chase
It was possible.
dreams
They tell you it was
outside
possible.
of block shit.
Right.
And if you met these dudes, you would be like, these niggas is trash, but not all the time.
No, I feel like
Those were positive role models. Even though they did what they did on the block, they were positive role models in the sense that they encouraged me to chase my entrepreneurial dream.
I didn't really have any, like none, like zero. I didn't think I found like another adult male to listen to till I was like grown, like at my last job. Then I started, like this one dude told me that I never forget. Like I was going through my life thinking I only can learn from people who do shit successfully, right? That was my idea. What can someone who didn't do shit teach me? And he was like, yo, hold on, relax. You can learn something from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
From the richest man in the world to the poorest. The rich man might show you the things he did to get rich, but the poor man will show you things he didn't do to get rich. You know what I'm saying? Right. He will show you the mistakes that he did. And, oftentimes a lot of people say, you learn more from failure than success. And being 30, I guess I can say that's true. I can look at other people and be like, all right, what they did didn't work. Let me not do that. You know what I'm saying? But I was one of the people, I listened to my mama and grandma like heavily. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff they said stuck with me. It resonated. No, a lot of stuff they go in one and out the other. They would say stuff to me. Any adult, honestly, I would listen to what they had to say because they had lived experiences. And there's no amount of money that can give you that shit. Right. And anybody would tell, I think there's not one person in this world who do not wish they could go back in time with the knowledge that they have now and live a different life. So with that being said, why wouldn't you listen to someone with any type of lived experience? You know what I'm saying? So the homeless man on the corner begging for my chicken wing from Harold's to the man buying the Harold's, the franchise. You know what I'm saying? You can learn something from each and every last one of them. And I didn't realize that until, again, I was like maybe 24 or 25. And I was like, okay, there's other shit to be learned here. Because, again, I didn't have no male role model. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I felt like at that point, I learned everything I could from my mom. My mom was still giving me like advice. She kept it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was sugarcoated. So I'm like, that's all I really need. But it wasn't until I got grown that I realized that I did miss out on that actual male to male experience. And I think a lot of especially black kids are missing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have anyone to speak to you directly in a masculine way. Like a Kevin Samuels.
Right.
I know it was a long segue, but we back to where we started.
So,
like Kevin Samuels.
Why do you think people? Well, why do you think women, in particular, have so much issue with Kevin?
Because they're so used to being talked to in a polite manner. You treat women different, right? And I know all these feminists don't treat us different. It's impossible. You are different. We have to treat you different. Most women are delicate. You know what I'm saying? That's their persona, right? A lot of women don't come off tough. You know what I'm saying? There's something out there. You can't never say all for nothing when it comes to people because it's just something out there.
My family.
There's something out there. Fuck out of here. You know your family talk tough, but they still demand that right to be treated as a female.
For sure.
That's no. I'm talking about the ones who want to be treated like a guy through and through.
Oh no.
That's right. No. Your family still reserve that right to be treated as a female, right? And so, shit, I forgot what I was going with. What was the question?
So, why do you think?
Women?
So many people women in particular have an issue with
again because they not used to being talked to at a masculine level. Kevin Samuels did not bring it down to a feminine level to sugarcoat it.
Right. So I have an it's not a theory. It's more of a clear. I feel like it's a clear view of Kevin Samuels blew up because of social media. Social media has a habit of taking snippets of shit,
right,
and blowing it up.
It was a 2-hour live stream. They took 2 minutes.
So you get a narrow view of shit. And so if I take this one funny moment, some of that shit be
you right.
Fucking hilarious, but at the same time, while it is funny, you only get a part of like you said, a 2-hour video.
Right.
I just got sucker on this damn but you only getting a part of a 2-hour video. So it's easy to say take something out of context.
100%.
And social media is amazingly thorough at taking shit out of context.
100%.
That's another reason why we get some type of notoriety. I'm deleting my. I gotta delete my Twitter. I gotta delete my Twitter because I don't want nobody. Oh, he said this on Twitter at 10 years ago. We gotta cancel him, which I'm not really. I honestly, I'm end up like fucking what's his face? Duval. He don't give a fuck.
No, you're right.
He don't give a
say
fuck.
what he want to say, how he feel.
Especially since when
I still think he censored himself for something.
Yeah,
something
for sure. But when because matter of fact, I feel like he censored himself the last time he caught flack or so quote unquote attempted to get canceled was when he asked how old the
Kaylee Bailey was.
Yeah, so he asked how old the girl was, and my thing is he simply asked a 6-word fucking sentence.
Man, people just took it.
People took and ran with their own interpretation of it, even calling him a pedophile.
Yeah.
How the fuck is he a pedophile?
He inquired about someone's age.
But here's the thing, though. When you flip the script, I like hypocrisy. I like it because we all do it at some point of time in our life.
You're right.
We all like shit as one way when really shit is the other way.
Right.
We all go through those most. Even if you claim you're not a hypocrite, at one point in your life you have been. At some point. With that being said, you can't sit here and tell me that the energy y'all have for this man, y'all don't have that same energy for all these sugar babies. Right? So these chicks who going after these older dudes with money, claiming that they hustlers, but somehow that's not manipulative.
Right.
At the same time, they going after these dudes, preying on
their finances,
preying on their finances, and preying on their loneliness. They paying you for the company. You preying on their loneliness, but somehow they not getting the same energy that Duval. You know, like I say, if you 40 years old, you after a 20-year-old, nigga, find somebody 40. But it ain't illegal. It ain't necessarily. And then she grown. You can make the case that she grown and she can do what the fuck she want.
Right.
If I'm 40, I'm not dating a 20-year-old. I listen to it right now. I'm 29. Listening to a 20-year-old talk right now is fucking annoying. So that shit ain't happening. Fuck out of here.
Insane. Oh man, I feel like he should be able to ask.
Yeah, but I'm saying he didn't say nothing else. He asked a question.
Right.
Right. So how can you judge him based off a question that went nowhere? He could have he could have Googled it and figured out her age or whatever. But he asked the question. He knew he was gonna get a reaction. That's why he did it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you fucking idiots fell for it.
He's an entertainer.
Right. Right. That's why when I seen everybody when I seen the reaction
when he was trending, I was like, yeah, okay, y'all trend.
And then I'm like, y'all know he don't give a fuck.
Oh, why y'all wasting y'all time?
They done try to cancel this man at least 4 other times before this.
But it'd be observational
it's
shit.
This like number 5.
I think cancel culture is just ridiculous. Like they try to cancel so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like at what point do you look at the success rate of trying to cancel shit? I think at this point, people just sit on the internet looking for shit to try to cancel to say that they did it.
The amount of people who got canceled versus the amount of people who they tried to cancel and it didn't work. So they tried to cancel RDJ at Robert Downey Jr. at one time.
Right.
They still trying to cancel Chris Pratt, the dude that play Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy.
What did he do?
Some church he's a part of is anti-LGBT, but he not. So they trying to cancel him because he part of that church. They trying to cancel. They've been trying to cancel. They trying to cancel the girl that played Gamora. What the fuck is her name?
I know you talking about.
Yeah, so the green chick. They tried to cancel her at one point. Who else they tried to cancel? They tried
Zoe something, right?
Yeah, Zoe Saldana. No, is that her? Right. So they tried to cancel the green chick. They tried to cancel. Who else? They tried to cancel the dude that played Batman. They tried to cancel him and his brother at one point.
Robert Pattinson?
No. The before him, the one that's
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck. They tried to cancel his brother. I think his brother got caught up in some.
Zozan Zaldea.
Okay, yeah. So that is that we had it right. So they tried to cancel her because of a movie role she took. Who else? They canceled. They successfully canceled Chrisette Michelle. That was success. You don't hear shit from her no more. And she could sing.
Gotta sit back and relax.
And she could sing.
Why they not trying to cancel Johnny Depp's? Is it ex-wife?
Because of double standard. Listen, again, hypocrisy. Women get to enjoy that double standard of they can beat up a nigga or beat up a man, but they can't take that ass whooping themselves. So even after information came out that she probably
Lori Allison.
Information came out that she
he poured receipts out.
No, but they both was trash ass motherfuckers in this relationship. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but her allegations was false.
I thought I seen something that was saying that they both were equally at fault.
No, she said that he physically hit her. He never did. Actually, she was the one who was physically abusive. Being a trash person in a relationship is different from being abusive.
Right. And
so he lost movie deals and stuff. I think he had got one of them back.
I mean, like I say, again, we all get to enjoy double standards in this world.
You're right. Just shut up and enjoy it.
They be talking about this equality shit until they double standards get tested.
Hey, man, what's more equality till it's time to take out the trash?
Right. Like, oh, bro, I was just looking at this shit. Hey, like I said. They'll figure it out.
So it's time to take out the trash. Not a delicate flower. So that's about it.
It's nighttime. I can't take out the garbage.
Me neither, bitch. It's possums outside. This trash will be A-okay.
I can get bit by the same possum as you.
You chose me the man. All right. And you the woman. Right?
I always want, this is one person I want to come on the podcast. Because she be like, I never try to speak as in absolutes.
Right.
Sometimes I do though. It is what it is.
Right.
Especially if I'm drinking fucking
mystery drink.
Right. Mystery drink. But so she believes that, and this is something we had talked about before, but I felt like she feel really strong about her stance on the whole 50-50 thing, right? So but I think a lot of only reason I bring this up and this conversation continues to happen, I want it to continue to happen, even on this podcast. People don't bring up like a man. If you can take care of the household and while he goes to work, that is great. My grandfather does that.
Right.
I can't knock it for shit, but he does it now because my grandmother got sick. She worked, and so he take care of the household. She take care of the household. He goes to work. He retired now, but it was sort of that dynamic for some time.
That was that generation though.
Right, but also she got sick, so it was like But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself like, it can work. To each his own. It can work, but for those who speak in absolutes, that's who I want to talk to because ain't no way you can sit here and say that man has to take care of all the bills, come home after he just got ran down from his job. His boss probably a dickhead.
Right.
He probably got some bitch at the job that probably on his jock, but he trying to be faithful to your ass. He got to deal with coworkers and shiesty motherfuckers.
Right.
Then he got to come home after he fucking tired, and he got to deal with your bullshit. That's just one aspect.
See, hold on. I just want to add on to that. I think it's a little bit different because now with technology, we can't get away from it. You get the shit out there. All right.
So, and then you got to think about what's her spending habits. If he's the breadwinner, are you just going to be
your bread spinner?
No, right. Women love shoes. Women love clothes. So for all you women who want a man to be the breadwinner, take care of all the bills, and you just take care of the household. Think about how many the 1%, the 1% of the country that's actually wealthy. Do you think you're gonna get that?
Yo, okay.
No, but you get what I'm saying, right?
I do, but I feel like a lot of people miss the mark with that, right? The man goes out to work, pays all the bills. He take care of the bills. You take care of house and home.
Right.
I think a lot of people forget what the fuck that entails. That means when I come home, my house should be fucking spotless. I want I want my meals, fucking cooked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Laundry should be done. I shouldn't have to do shit in the fucking house. A lot of people want 50-50 or don't want 50-50. Man, take care of house, right? Woman, take care of home. Then he want to come home. Oh, let's split the cooking duties. Oh, let's split the line. If I cook, you do the dishes. If I do the laundry, you fold and put them away. Bitch, that's not 50-50.
Right.
I mean, you're right. You're right. That's supposed to be the 50-50 aspect there, right? I take care.
That's
I make
50-50.
sure I make sure you what's name. You have a house. All the bills are paid. Lights are always on. When I come home, shit should be straight, right? They're like, okay, that's fine, right? That's what they want. Because they don't want to pay bills. I don't. Again, I'm not talking to all y'all. I'm talking to whoever it applies to.
Right.
Hold on.
Specifically, those people who speak in absolute.
Right. They think man should pay all the bills. Woman should pay no bills. That means you should be taking care of the house. That's it. To me, that's all.
Right.
You need to make sure my house is spotless.
Right. When I come home, my drawers better be clean.
Clean and put away.
Right.
Put away. If you're refusing, now if the man gives you the option, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got this. Don't worry about it. But if you like, hey, you should kick in. Like, well, you the man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At that point, if you're refusing to even help with the bills because you think that is a man's job, he's not manly if he don't do so. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to belittle men like because of that stuff, which I think is completely asinine. Like, live however you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point.
You're supposed to live as a unit. You know what I'm saying? We're together. We're supposed to be one. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to take a day off of work because I was sick, then I need you to kick in on this light bill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, for the women who want that specific lifestyle, you're going after a person with a specific tax bracket. At least, because if you're making $40,000 a year, that's not.
Right.
You're not doing 50-50 off 40,000.
Unless you want to live in the studio.
Especially in the current the way the economy
yeah
is set up currently in America, $40,000 ain't enough for your ass to be like, I'm gonna stay
at home wife.
Nah, that ain't gonna work. So with that being said, you want somebody in a specific tax bracket. So if you're going after that person with in that specific tax bracket, right? They have a pick of the litter. They
Right.
can get what the fuck they want.
Anybody.
So again, if you want that stay-at-home lifestyle, what are you offering that this man can't already get?
It reminded me of something Chris Rock said. Chris Rock said, if the baby can't read, that's mama's fault. Now, if the baby can't read because the light's off, that's daddy's fault. Like, I'm like, that shit goes perfectly into that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Chris Rock. But that is, to me, that's exactly what it is. So many people want to play house, but like you said, they want to look for these guys in these high tax brackets to sit at home. But okay, it's like, yeah, what do you bring to the table? I am the table. Well, bitch, it's other tables.
Shit, can I put out my feet up on
I can go to a store and buy 2 tables right now. You know what I'm saying? What are you bringing to the table? And pussy is not something you can bring to the table. Pussy is on every woman.
And don't get it twisted. I'm the one that's gonna be like, listen, here's what I make. Here's what you want.
The choice is yours.
You got to do with it what you will.
The choice is yours.
Here's what I make, cause my job sucks. So
I don't know, man. I hate that.
That's why I'm in the business of keeping it a buck with women, with what I want.
Yeah.
From women, like I'm not looking for. I may be on the cusp of looking for a relationship, but for the most part, we can fuck around. We can have some fun.
I'm a provider though. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those dudes. I don't feel okay if I'm not providing. That's just me. You know what I'm saying?
That shit hitting.
You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I show my love. You know what I'm saying? By making sure everything is paid. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's me personally. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I show, I guess, my affection. You know what I'm saying?
I figure, depending on the chick, I'm always depending on the person. I am willing to do more.
See, but I've never. My mama always.
That's just how I am. Cause if I'm fucking with a chick and I know that it's not really something that I'm pursuing. We just having fun or whatever.
Right.
Like, was yours was mine is mine.
Right.
But if I'm pursuing it on a deeper level, then
I think you can still have that at a deeper level. No.
What? So
what's yours is yours is mine. Mine's is mine. At some point, it overlaps, but
no, I'm just simply saying that. Depending on how I feel about a person, I'll go the extra mile.
No, that's common sense though.
Right.
You what Drake say? People make time for the things that they want. You know what I'm saying? You put in the effort, you know what I'm saying, when you think the effort is due. You know what I'm saying? When you think it's going to pay out. But to me that don't equate to 50-50 or how you are going to operate in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That putting forth the effort, I don't mean it's gonna work because you tried. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can meet the woman of your dreams and she has some huge character flaw. Now she's no longer the woman of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm against soulmates. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no such thing as one singular person for another singular person.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. Because I was like, the whole idea of soulmates is that
it's one person for this other one person, and they are supposed to be, and that's it.
But you haven't met the whole world, so how can you say that?
You can't.
Right, so that soulmate shit goes out the window quick as hell.
As humans, we operate on emotions and connections. You know what I'm saying? You can connect to anybody. That's why that communication is key. That's why you can sit down on a stranger next to a bus, a plane, a train, and have an intellectual conversation. It might end up being friends with this person who was a complete stranger to you before you sat down in your seat.
Right.
We're based off connections, and then we are pretty much a sum of our lived experiences. You know what I'm saying? A person who has lived in a house afraid to go outside is going to have less connections with someone who is adventurous and who has done more things because they can connect to more people on different things. So you, to me, by being your true self, I feel like a lot of people have issues being their truth. By being your true self, you would attract people who are interested in what you're interested in. Also, you know what I'm saying? It's so many people in this world. There's no way you are the only person into something. You know what I'm saying? There's a community for furries and all that other stuff. So like with that being said, you're never alone in your interest. You know what I'm saying? You're just not. So a lot of people, oh, I'm a homebody. Bull fucking shit. You can't be. You can't. If you're a hermit, that's fine. You know, go
They call
be
what
by
they
yourself.
call them? They call them shut-ins or some shit like that.
I get, but they got real issues. You can't go outside. I ain't saying go to a bar by yourself
Right.
and go make friends, but you have to do something. But with the internet, you can kind of do it from home. You can kind of do it from home. You can be in these communities.
I think I know a real life shut-in though. Like, but I think that's I don't know what it's from, but nigga don't go outside. Nigga don't go outside. That's all I can say to that without putting out that nigga business. But one thing that I'll always go back to on the last thing on the topic of the whole 50-50 thing is when I come home after work, I just want to fall asleep to some head.
Fall asleep?
I want you to suck this dick and while I doze off.
How you gonna go to sleep? How can you go to sleep?
You go to sleep. You be tired. You can enjoy it from the comfort of your doze. You be like, suck this dick.
What?
It is what it is.
Tripping. Talk about fall asleep. Then it's
Hey.
trash. Then it's ass,
No,
bro.
not really. You
Yes,
can
really.
fall asleep.
No.
If you tired, if you come, especially after,
Right, but then
if you
don't
work
get
if you
started.
work
I'm not getting started.
My dick gonna be hard in my sleep.
Right, but then
Dick gonna be still hard.
But right, for it to become hard, your heart has to beat faster. It has to pump the blood down there. You're not usually asleep for stuff like that
I'll just keep sucking till I fall asleep.
till you fall asleep.
Yes.
You want her to suck on that gummy worm until you fuck out of here.
Keep going. Use them jaws. You ain't doing shit all day, bitch.
So do you think the power dynamic changes when you go 50-50 on bills with a female? I think a lot of people are.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are cool with
I mean, depending on
the social gender roles. I ain't gonna say gender roles in general, but the social gender roles, the social responsibility of the gender roles.
I'm just talking shit, but in all seriously, if I decide to take care of do the whole I pay all the bills,
you take care of house, you take care of home.
On a serious note, I'm not going to disrespect it just because I'm making a conscious decision to be in this
do that,
relationship.
right.
Yeah. So you can't say, oh, because I joke around sometimes, but on the serious, but for real though, like you can't come home and be disrespecting this chick just because she made the choice and you made the choice that this is how this relationship gonna work.
Right.
So you can't come home and say, hey, bitch, or treat her like shit because nigga, if you don't want her to, if
There's
you want
so many layers to this.
right, if you want 50-50, then you gotta go find somebody else. This ain't the one.
Right.
You can't come home and be resentful because you decided to be in this relationship with her.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm but still, in my own twisted mind, I'm coming home to what the fuck I want.
Yeah, but again, does that change once you go 50-50 on bills? If you want 50-50 on bills, can you still fall asleep to head? Is that still expected?
Oh, hell no. She gonna be tired too, goddammit. We gonna have to have the most laziest sex ever. Fuck it. Be you lay on your side and you just yeah. That's how you gotta do it. You guys gotta lay on your side and pump.
That's
Okay.
That's weird. I don't. me, man, I will hope that the power dynamic does not change, right?
No
That you-
bullshit.
That
It
like,
should. It should.
but it
Because
does.
two
But
people-
it is. It
yeah,
is.
two people
I feel
make
like
decisions.
I feel like women are used to men making more. Just point blank. Period. That's what they are expecting. So when they are in a situation where they make equal or more, they, to me, in their head, assume the male gender role. You know what I'm saying? They think when they come home, the house should be spotless. I'm like,
I mean,
oh,
if he ain't working, then yeah.
okay, let's lay this ground level understanding. If one person is sitting at home, male or female, that house should be spotless, food cooked, dish, everything clean. If that person is sitting at home
Ain't
doing
doing shit.
nothing, doing absolutely nothing, the house better be clean. If not, then what? That's a pet. You got a fucking pet.
Right.
Like,
But
fuck
then-
out of
and-
here.
And then it's also, it's like give and take. Even
Fuck a roommate, motherfucker. Like, oh, you got a roommate? No, you got a fucking pet.
right. Even if it's one person take care of most of all the bills and all
Right.
that stuff.
Let's say it's
So even in that dynamic, you still want to come home and show your appreciation to that person because they did take care of his household because they you are coming home with a peace of mind and you ain't got to come home and see shit fucked up or anything like that.
100%. That's just the human part of it.
I think
right?
people need to realize don't your wants and beliefs are your own,
Right.
but when we see people talk about a lot of this stuff, they talk as if this is how it should be for everybody. And that's what
one size fits all.
Right, but a lot of these people talk like that, especially some of these women. They definitely talk as if they see a woman doing something that they wouldn't do, they look down on them.
Right.
I'm like, it works for them. You can't judge them based off what you doing because you not them.
Crazy. No, I don't know, man. I want to say it's complex, but it's not. It's so fucking simple.
Do what you feel. Do what the fuck you feel. That's as simple as it gets.
It's so simple. Like, just don't be an asshole. Like, don't get me wrong, nobody's perfect, but they ain't gonna try.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Shit, I would rather, I honestly would rather find a chick who got the same amount of energy as me when it comes to, cause like we do, we both work, like me, like just looking at how we do things.
Right.
We get out work and we go fucking shoot fucking videos. And
No, but again, we've came to a consensus that if we want this to work, we are going to have days where we are tired.
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, like, I have to find someone who's willing to understand that what I do will take me away from you at times.
Right.
So that's why I feel like that's why I haven't like been in a steady relationship, because after work I'm still working.
Right, yeah. I got another thing I'm trying to get accomplished, so
Right.
I don't have to be after work. It's just my career. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? All right, let's switch gears. We've been at this for a little bit over an hour. Let's make this the last topic. And I got you. So, Krispy Kreme.
What's going on with Krispy Kreme?
Krispy Kreme is giving you a free donut all year long with a COVID vaccine card.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, wait, y'all, wait. I'm mad he wrapped the sucker up like he's saving it for later.
I am.
He got a now later sucker up.
What are you talking about?
I ain't get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. Look at me.
Right. Then I got another one. So Krispy Kreme wanted us to shoot that shit into our veins, so like cokeheads.
Bro, and you get a free donut
Just one?
all year long.
Oh, all year long?
All year long.
That sound.
With the COVID vaccine card.
Look at it. That sound might be a good idea, goddammit. Y'all know what I mean?
I was just talking about conspiracy theories.
Nigga, that's
shit
that's
last night.
a whole conspiracy theory right there.
Do you think they using
Krispy
the
Kreme with the
vaccine?
shit.
Think they using the vaccine to like secretly chip people?
No, because that's fucking stupid.
So that's what I was saying. I'm like, if they were, they would have made.
Y'all see this fucking phone? This is our chip right here.
Like I feel like they would have made that vaccine card difficult to duplicate.
Right.
That shit looks like a progress report.
My thing is,
Like, it's a fucking index card with some lines, and they write some dates and some times on that shit. Anybody can make one.
so my thing is, with these conspiracy theories.
Hold on, wait. There's one more little thing. So apparently, some NBA stadiums are creating sections for vaccine people who've got the vaccine, so they can come see live sports again.
So
Is that like another ploy?
I mean, bro.
Anyway, you was going to say something. I'm sorry.
I forgot. But so what you saying? On one hand, you can make the case that yeah, they in cahoots, but you had to really be a 10-4 ass motherfucker. Shout out to my cousin Ryan. He a 10-4 motherfucker. But
Nigga, I'm in a tinfoil Discord.
what?
I love conspiracy theories.
I like certain ones. So
I like anyone that somebody can intelligently speak about.
I like the plausible. Like the whole chip thing, that's come on now. We got a fucking phone in our hand, in our pocket, 24 fucking 7. And you want to tell me that they're gonna chip us? For what?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, again, I feel like if it's harder to duplicate money than it is that little fucking vaccine card. If they really were trying to establish something, they'd have made it hella difficult to duplicate. It'd have been hella difficult to make another. You know what I'm saying? To make a phony. It's not. Like, it's just not. No one's going around feeling it. You know, how they check your ID when you go to the casino? All the shit you got to go through. They get your ID, they scan it, they put it underneath this fucking UV light, they look at it. Sometimes they ask you a random question off that motherfucker, and then they be like, okay, you're good. It's hard to get a casino than a fucking vaccine card. So when...
That's why I never understood, matter of fact, it's like I never understood how people can like watch a YouTube video and believe it and think they done their research. Like I've seen it. Like when you watch some of these conspiracy videos, right? You be like, okay, but then they don't cite their sources,
right?
So, and you know how many times one of my cousins or somebody I know them, oh, I seen this video about such and such, Jay-Z, this, that, and like, what the fuck, bro, stop watching that shit. It's melting your fucking brain. Some conspiracy shit is a conspiracy until it's proven factually.
Right.
But to prove it factually, you have to.
What's a theory? Not even a conspiracy.
But you have to provide something that says follow the trail.
Right.
Most of these theories or theorists, that's called theorists.
Yeah, there was the person coming up with the theory is a theorist.
Most of those people don't provide shit.
No, this is some wild accusations that they
Right.
come together and called it a fucking conspiracy.
Like the 5G tower shit. That shit was hilarious, G.
Oh yeah.
Bro, when they came up with that 5G tower shit, I was like, bro.
That shit was out tough.
No. The thing, one of my cousins shared that shit, and I was like, you know that shit is been sitting on fucking Ashland since 92. Since we was children. We don't drove past the motherfucking tower. Since when has that been 5 fucking G?
No, they saying it was been upgraded. And every time they upgrade the network like that, people get sick from the waves. Is it plausible? Maybe. Like the radio waves does have to travel somewhere, right? They're invisible to our eye, but that does not mean that they're not there. I'm playing devil's advocate.
I don't fucking know. I am fucking lost. Radio waves? God damn, I ain't never heard of this shit. I thought radio waves to affect you had to have a powerful output. I don't fucking know.
No, it's I mean, just think about it. It's still there, right? It is.
I mean, to affect you harmfully, because if you think about it, we on these fucking phones all the time.
Come on, they used to say this shit called cancer by holding up to your ears.
And then now we buying the shit out of this shit.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
This shit is a place for us to spend more money. We live in a capitalist country. They're not finna kill out the biggest
the
money
sheep.
maker.
Fuck me.
Right. So that's why I'm like, bro, nah.
No, but no. This with the 5G thing, it's to me, it's rooted in some type of truth. How minuscule that is, some type of truth, right? Obviously, to get to 5G, you have to.
But how can we pinpoint the truth?
You're right. You know what I'm saying? There is no one has.
If
done
it's
the
that
research.
fucking small.
Right. No, because like to get to 5G, you have to up the ampage. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just a literal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I put you like this then. The meme that I remember distinctly seeing was talking about that tower went up recently for 5G.
Oh yeah, no, that's dumb.
I was like, that tower been there since I was a fucking kid.
They ain't really building no new tower. They upgrading them. So let's stop.
No. Yeah, they was making a claim that, but even if they are upgrading these towers, I'm like, what info you got that this is like 5G upgrade? That this tower, the tower that they pointed out was actually, it wasn't no fucking 5G. It wasn't it ain't got shit to do with radio waves. It was a fucking alarm tower.
It was a siren.
Yes. Like if you live in Chicago, you've heard that fucking siren.
Every first Tuesday? First.
I don't fucking know, but
something like that.
You hear that fucking thing and you be like, "Oh, they doing a test again."
Right.
That's what the fuck that tower was.
Nigga, what do you know what to do when that shit goes off for real?
Nope. Listen, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call all the people I know with the guns. Hey, I'm gonna be like this. Hey, where you at? Yeah. Hey, we gonna come shelter and play with y'all because y'all got the guns. We need them shits.
Hey, I feel like people who smoke
Shout out to
cigarettes
my
can't
uncle
believe
and
in
my
5G shit.
Huh?
I feel like people who smoke cigarettes can't believe in the 5G shit.
Bro, I used to smoke squares, right?
I know.
So cigarettes are some of the most like.
Bro, they used to promote that shit as it was healthy at first.
I'll put it like this: when I stopped smoking cigarettes, nigga, I could smell the world 10 times fucking better. When I tell you that anybody out here claiming that something is harmful to them and they smoking cigarettes on the fucking daily, let me tell you, the shit is in your fucking lungs right now.
Curtis, what came first? The color of the fruit.
Listen, you asked me.
Hey,
hey, I was fucking lost.
Hey, for real. Hey, anybody who made it to the end of this podcast, I want you to answer. I want you to answer this question in the comment. We get like a few people to comment. I'm going to say what I said because T. Brew asked me this earlier, and I feel like I gave a profound ass fucking answer. And so I tell y'all what I said only if y'all comment. You got anything else you want to add? Make sure y'all sign up for the Patreon, G. We it's $1.
Yeah. I'm doing one-on-one hoodies.
You gotta explain what that is, cause I didn't know what it was.
Basically, like,
talk to the people.
No, I'm talking. They can hear me through the fucking mic. Yeah, I'm fucking drinking. I ain't got the patience for the
mystery drink. He ain't got the patience for y'all. Y'all not even here.
But basically, these hoodies right here, I'm gonna do like custom versions of them. So these, I sold some, then I gave the last ones I got out. So now I'm doing like different color of the actual hoodie, not just the print. So it's gonna be different color of both. So I'm like red, white print. I'm gonna sell it, and then that's it. Like that's one of one. You will never see that hoodie unless somebody duplicate my shit.
That's a whole different issue.
I won't be selling that hoodie again. So then it'll be another colorway.
I want one.
Like I said, one-on-one. Tell me what color. I send you what colorways I got, and once somebody
I'll pay for it.
Right. Once somebody if somebody get it before you, because like first come first serve around this motherfucker.
Nigga, fuck that. I won't.
He say you know me, huh?
No, not even that. I mean, I know how to pay for the shit I want. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go. Oh, we homies, hold it up. Nah, I'll pay for the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers,
homie. We homies to death. Shit, I'm like, damn, nigga, we homies, but damn.
I'm ready to get up out of here. You ready to get up out of here?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching, tuning in to the Will Hill Show. Been Curtis and Will. Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms. Simply just Will. You want to plug yourself, Curtis?
Follow me, Created by Curtis, on Instagram, Twitter.
Hey, y'all gotta follow this man Twitter. He be wildin'.
My Facebook be wildin' with him. But Twitter, because I'm not friending random motherfuckers on Facebook. But you can find my Facebook page where you can find my t-shirt shit is what the fuck was it? Just look up Created by Curtis. If not, Curtis Wearable Art, some shit, I don't know. But Created by Curtis on Instagram and Twitter is where you can really find everything.
Make sure y'all following Third Post Media posts. Like your heartbeat.
Oh shit! Just a plug. We will have more live shit.
Oh yeah. So this plan we are planning to do this more often. We do want to have like a panel. So anybody interested in sitting in our panel to do our live show where we sit and talk shit.
I mean, all we need is one person.
At least one other person.
Yeah, one person.
I would like to have 4.
No, I have somebody.
Okay, well we're looking.
Now that I think about it, I mean, because y'all, it's interchangeable. We can switch it out.
Maybe we should do a separate one, like a little separate small video. Put that out.
No, because I rather
because we did at the end of the podcast.
No, I'm saying I rather look for these people personally instead of like put it out there because I don't want people coming to me no more.
The girl I was telling you about on Instagram, I think she might be a good addition.
Then we got 4 right there.
All right.
Never mind.
Never.
Never mind.
All right, y'all. Again, make sure y'all following us. Third Post Media. Post like your heartbeat, not post, not plus, none of that shit. Then we out.
I need some edibles.
Need some edibles.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga,